What's your favorite genre of documentary and why? Wildlife, history, sport, food, religion?
I think sport, because I like watching sport as a hobby, like football, so I think it tells you more about the players, the history and background. I think it's more interesting.
History, probably. Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Why do you like?
Because it's kind of interesting to find out like what certain things were like in the past and how much we've changed and grown. Like, so
Yeah.
Probably sport.
Why?
It just talks like it goes over the history of the sport, and obviously me playing sport as well. Myself, I find it interesting, and it's something I can relate to.
Alright.
I'd say food because, you know, that's the kind of thing that I'd want to maybe make at home. You know, food documentaries make me quite hungry and they're quite nice to watch as well.
Wildlife, because I like animals.
Are there any particular documentaries that is memorable or you can remember?
There's one about the culture. So I think it was a bit of British culture, and I think that was quite interesting because it tells you more about England that you didn't know before. So it was quite interesting.
There was one on BBC Three once. I think this girl went to Afghanistan and she was talking about like women and like how they're treated in certain parts of the world, and it was really interesting.
There is one about a footballer who was playing like in a rough area, I think in Mexico, and then how he managed to transfer and get into the Premier League, which is in England. So it was quite an interesting story.
You know, there was a few about cakes and biscuits, and you know that was really cool because we could see biscuits from all around the world, you know, cakes from all around the world, and it was really good.
Documentaries by, what's that guy's name again? What's that guy named?
David Attenborough?
David Attenborough, that's it.
Why do you think...
Because he explains it well and he's not boring.
how often do you watch a documentary? Every week, every month, once a year?
Once a year. Every month, 2 once a year.
Yeah.
It depends what they're on. So if one catches my eye because it's really interesting, like the topic that they're talking about is interesting, then I'll watch it. So, but I'd say about once a month, maybe.
I'd probably say every month.
Once a week at least, you know, because those kind of documentaries, you know, are quite funny to watch, like Great British Bake Off and stuff like that. I don't know if that counts as a documentary, but it makes me hungry.
Once a week, once a month.
What attracts you to a documentary? What do you look for in a documentary, essentially? Facts, statistics, stories, reality?
Stories, because they're more
appealing.
They engage the audience, entice the audience, and
Yeah.
it doesn't bore out the audience. You know.
An interesting topic. So if the topic is one that I like or I think is really interesting, then I'll definitely watch that documentary. Reality. So like, because the one I mentioned earlier, it was a woman went to Afghanistan, and like we obviously live so far away from there, we don't know what's going on there, but that is the reality of what is happening in that country. So
It gives you an insight.
Yeah, so like you had a really good insight to what it was like there. So I really like that one.
It's mainly the story and like the plot, because it's sort of like almost like a film, but they are like mentioning like some facts and statistics, and like just the story
Generally
just shows like the life of maybe someone doing a particular sport.
Reality.
Stories are the best.
Why do you think that is?
Because you got like stories of people making food and cakes, and you know it's fun to hear about their stories of how they made cakes.
Good facts, good music, like sounds. Yeah.
Do you think the background music supports a documentary, and does that make it more appealing?
I think because without music you wouldn't be boring without music. So I think it helps the narrative as well.
It has to be relevant. Because if you just have music in the background, then it's not going to.
It's not very useful, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think background music is good because it sort of sets the scene. So like, if it was in like a sports documentary, like say football, like if there was a bit of tension when someone's taking a penalty or something like that, I think that's good. Yeah. So I think it's good.
It's not needed really. You know,
Why do you think that is?
like if you're watching someone bake a cake, it's already got enough tension as it is, and you know you don't need any more music on top of that.
Yeah, it does. Otherwise, it'd be boring.
Do you think voiceovers are essential for your documentary?
Because without voiceover. If it was just image, you wouldn't know what's happening, or with voiceover, you know like the story behind it.
Voiceover though, I think they're really important.
I think voiceovers are alright, but I think sometimes, because it's a documentary and like you're reflecting a life of a person which is actually true, I think if you try and get the person to reenact it themselves and have like an actual voice of a person, probably be better.
Yeah, you need a voiceover to explain what they're doing sometimes, but sometimes the image is enough, you know.
Let's say if I'm doing sports
Yeah.
documentary, what do you think if I put culture and tradition of boxing or whatever sports I'm doing
Yeah.
into that documentary?
That would be a good idea, because I don't think I've ever actually seen anything like that. And plus, I don't really watch sports documentaries.
Yeah.
But things like that seem very interesting.
Yeah, I think it would be more engaging,
Yeah.
for a more wider audience.
Oh, that would be quite good. Sadly, nowadays there's not that much of that, but you know, if I could interact, with a documentary, it would make it a lot more fun to watch.
Oh, okay.